Hello and welcome to Profiles in Risk. This is your host, Tony Cañas, and today I have with me Marco Benitez, CEO and founder at Rook. Marco, thank you for joining me today. How's it going?
Thank you very much. I'm super excited to be here and thank you so much for this opportunity.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And according to LinkedIn, you are Miami based. So
Yes.
assuming you are in Miami right now, in November, probably actually really nice. Like you're past the really hot, so probably nice but still humid.
Yeah, definitely. It's very nice right now. It's today is very rainy, as you can see in my window. However, I mean it's great right now. You can go outside with a t-shirt and that's it, and it's amazing day. Good weather.
Fantastic. I am down in Bariloche, Argentina,
Mm-hmm.
up in the mountains, which is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And we're finishing winter, and it's still definitely cold. It snowed just on Saturday, but definitely like absolutely beautiful mountains out here.
Uh,
Um,
and also Bariloche is so beautiful, right?
it I
It's unique. It's
Yeah,
unique, I think.
yes, and we just got we've spent a few months in Buenos Aires, but we just got to Bariloche, and I'm very much enjoying it.
Cool.
So we always give the chance for the guests to give the elevator pitch. What is Rook?
Yeah, definitely. Well, again, I'm Marco Benitez and really love what we are doing. Basically, Rook, we enable any brand in the digital health space and insurance companies to use the wearables data. Then, with that data, we transform that data into an actionable insights. So basically, what we do is we have an API. It's a very technical solution. It's a code. In our code, we already have more than 300 wearables integrated. So basically, our clients, like an insurance company, integrate our code in their own app, and then they will have access to the information of their patients. Then, with that information, we structure the information and we make insights and predictions with that information. So it's beautiful because we are inside of every single app in the different insurtech companies.
Okay. So we've had wearables for a while now, right? I'm
Yeah.
guessing maybe 10 years since the first Fitbit, and maybe 5 6 years since the first Apple Watch. Uh, so we've been talking about being able to use that data to do healthcare better for a long
Yeah.
time. I'm a property casualty guy. Not a health insurance guy, but I'm gonna guess that
Mhm.
health companies have the same problem the property casualty companies have, where their systems are not exactly new.
Yeah.
So basically, you've got all this data and the patients are wearing it for their own purposes, wearing Fitbits, wearing Apple Watches, wearing everything else, but really can't do much with it if my system doesn't know how to digest it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I want to go step back.
Mm-hmm.
And something very important that happened during pandemics, the FDA approved some wearables to use as a medical devices. That was super interesting. Secondly, also you can use that information in the medical records or for, I don't know, clinical trials, or you can use it for different reasons. So now you can imagine a lot of insurtech companies, digital health platforms, wellness platforms trying to pull the information from these devices. You can see I have almost everything in my hand. I have the all the brands, and basically, these companies are trying to digest the information, but not only that, they are trying to make sense of that information, which is very complicated because we need to structure the data, we need to harmonize, we need to standardize, we need to normalize information. So that's super interesting for them. Now they can do something more with the information, like we are trying to make predictions around some chronic disease like obesity, diabetes, hypertension, all these kind of things that it's quite important for these platforms. And now I think we are moving forward after all these devices are very accurate right now. because they have tons of information. They have a lot of information right now. So if we have a lot of information, you can create more accurate data. So this is a new wave of transition between medicine 2.0 to medicine 3.0. The difference between each other is that medicine 2.0 is very reactive. It's not too much about prevention. And medicine 3.0, it's mainly around predictions and prevention. So we are in that path where we are trying where one another piece in the complete system of the healthcare, trying to predict more situations from the end users. So longevity, um, predictions, prevention, everything around that, we are very focused on this that type of clients or companies.
Okay, and for now, providing it only to the health side, or are you also providing that? Because when you said longevity, that's a big deal for
Mhm.
life insurance companies.
Yeah.
So are you also working with life insurance side to help them better price life insurance policies?
Exactly, exactly. It's definitely we are with life and yeah, both I think, and it's quite interesting what's all the things that we are building, and also we are creating with this with the insurance companies. We are creating a health score. This health score can bring you more information about you. How do you feel each day? Like some brands use like a score, so we are trying to standardize the way these scores are held. So these insurance companies are very interested in this score, so they can have like a quick idea what's going on with all the community, or by zip code, or by the state, or this kind of information with a lot of data.
Okay. How did you realize that this was an opportunity? It looks like you've been running Rook for about 6.5 years. Um,
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
no, no, I'm
Um,
interested in the origin story.
yeah. Well, basically, we have a very different business model. In 2018, 2019, we were more focused on the fitness industry, and we have like a software inside the fitness centers. Not sure if you are familiar with MyZone or with the Orange Theory, where you can see in a big screen effort zones, calorie burn, and you have a lot of gamification inside the fitness class. Well, we have the same software in this fitness. So basically, we democratize this type of software. So before we were like a SaaS platform for these fitness centers. Um, Pandemic hits, and the pandemic COVID changed basically everything, right? So we start to think, because in those days we have a wearable. We create our own wearables. I'm biomedical engineer. My co-founders are biomedical engineers, and we create a wearable, which was a heart rate monitor. And we start to think, and we ask a lot of questions during pandemics and during the pandemic, and we realized that the end user doesn't want to use only one wearable, or at least our wearable. They want to use the Apple Watch, they want to use the Polar, the Garmin, the Suntos, the Whoops, the Auras, all of them. So we one day we were like, hey, if we start to integrate those wearables in our own platform, do you think it's something interesting? And we receive a lot of yes and from our clients. So we start to integrate our wearables, different wearables, sorry. And on 2000 last year, maybe 2 years ago, we were in one event, one interesting event here in the US, and life is very interesting, I think. And I was in my other side was the CEO of one big insurance company. And when we were, talking, he told me like, "Hey, what you have here, it's quite interesting. I'm trying to build in my own platform. Try to integrate all the wearables that are in the market, but it's quite difficult for us. It take a lot of time. We need a lot of data. We need to have data scientists around all of this. So you already solved that problem. Is there any way I can integrate your platform in my own platform?" And we say, yeah, maybe, Jess, you only need an API. And he told me like, today we close a deal. So go out, complete the API. I can pay a down payment for you so you can start building what I need. And I said, yes, I can do it, but that is going to be mine. And I have the opportunity to do whatever I want with my API. And he told me, definitely, yes, you are solving me one big problem. And then we start with that idea. We joined Techstars, this big accelerator program. And and after that, I think everything is a story. We start to receive a lot of new clients that were interested mainly in the insurance company, mainly in the healthcare space, but a lot in the fitness industry also. Um, but yeah, that's how we start.
How long ago did you go through the accelerator?
It was 3 months, 3 months in the accelerator. I think Techstars for us was also a game changer. We have something very interesting called Mentor Madness. In Mentor Madness, we have 2 weeks where we have 100 calls with a lot of advisors, with a lot of potential investors, with a lot of people. So in those calls, we have like a speed dating. It's like pitch me, pitch me, pitch me, and I'm going to give you a feedback. And so was very interesting. All the information that we received from all these people that has a lot of experience, and that where was where we decide that we are in a in a very good pathway. Then again, the clients give us more ideas around the business model and how can we use the data, because that's the hot topic today. Today, the API is something that can help us to improve our technology and to improve the problem that these companies have. But however, the big problem is what to do with all the data that you have already in your own platform. Because they don't have only our data, they have a lot of data. So we are helping them to understand better how can they use this information for the end users or the patients.
You talked about turning the data into actionable insights. So how does that work? If we're a health company, a health insurance company,
Mhm,
so we have the data that we have. We
mhm,
bring you in to be able to digest the data from all the different wearables. Uh, what do the insights look like? And it sounds like you can help us derive insights both from the data we're bringing in through Rook and also from the data we already have.
mhm.
So what do the insights look like?
This is something beautiful because we can relate different statements like age, steps, heart rate, BMI, blood oxygen, a lot of data with the zip code, with more information, so we can bring like a status from different um, populations or communities, and we can bring a rough data around all the information that they need to take better decisions about the end users. This is one way. The other way, also the end user will start to receive like message for prevention. Like you have to make a lot. It's a quick example. How many steps you make to you need to make um, in terms of oh, in terms of heart rate, which zones you should be during your you are doing workouts. We have different type of things to improve um, the habits and people's lives in terms of a lot of stuff, breathing, around mental health, around your body composition, about so we take in account a lot of data and bring more information. So we have already different insights from some type of patients like diabetes or hypertension or this kind of stuff, so we can do a lot of advice around how can we help them to improve that. Not sure if I answered your
Okay.
question, but there is a
Yeah.
lot of I need more time to describe these kind of things and also to show you my algorithm, because we have a very interesting algorithm that we work with a couple of universities.
Okay. So Which universities are you partnering with,
Yeah.
and what is the partnership
Yeah,
for?
yeah, we work at the beginning with University of Victoria in Australia. They invest in us and in the first at the very beginning. So they were very interested. They are very focused in the fitness, wellness, and improve people's lives. And the chief of all the data science part, he worked with us with these algorithms. And also, we are working with someone called For Global. For Global is our biggest partnership, and they are a UK company. It's a public company, and we build something together in order to improve all the things that we are doing. And yeah,
Okay. Um, what what are you excited that's coming next
that's
for Rook?
yeah. I mean, I have a lot to be very honest. I'm I'm trying right now to work with an insurance company that can help us to improve the algorithm that we have. And basically, we want to be very focused in one disease and try to make precisely predictions around people so we can help to improve people's lives because we already have a lot of data. So now, at the beginning, we were more focused in being just like an API, meaning that we pass the information through the wearables to the platform of our clients. Basically, that's it, like a bridge, right? Now we are more a data science company. And that's for me super exciting because data science is everything. It's how can you manage the data, which kind of things you want to predict, what kind of prevention. This is the hot spot. This is a super interesting part because I really want to help people. I know that if you have good habits, if you have like you don't need to change a lot of your life, but if we help people just to start to make different things, we can help them. We really would. I 100% believe that we can help them. And insurance companies, to be very honest, they have a lot of people. They have a lot of data. They have a very big penetration in the market, in the patients. So I really know that we can work together and help them in different ways, and it's like a win-win situation.
Yeah, no, the win-win absolutely makes sense because you're lowering costs for them, right? That's one of the beautiful things about insurance is that losses are bad, right? They're bad for everybody. They're not just bad for the company that's paying, but they're also bad for the user, or for the client, for the member that is uh, suffering a negative in their life, whether that's a car accident, or a disease, or whatever. Right? Nobody wants to need an extra medical procedure. Nobody wants to need to go to the doctor more than a checkup. Anything we can do to prevent that is a win-win for both sides, basically. Uh, so that's the beauty of insurance, and it is wonderful to see us moving more towards the prevention side
100%.
than
Then be reactive, right? Because be reactive, the problem is already there. If you try to prevent things, and it's always you always will have the opportunity to prevent. It doesn't matter that you have 60 or 30 or 15. I think there is a lot of trials. There is a lot of publications that if you start, it doesn't matter where you want to start, but you need to start to do something. Just walk, just run, or do some workouts, or do, a lot of things. Improve your nutrition, sleep. Sleep is quite important right now. This is something that for some reason nobody cares, but now I think it's quite different.
as a culture here in the states, we've ignored sleep for a long time. We know that we eat badly, and we know we don't work out enough. Uh, but the hustle culture
Yeah.
of the U.S. is really bad about encouraging people to get enough sleep.
Yeah, definitely. It's like if you sleep less, it's better because apparently you are working or you are doing something better. But I don't think so. It's super important. It's super important that you rest and you sleep because it's where the magic happen in your body, the stress levels. It's a mess if you don't sleep. I think there is a lot of studies around that, and there is a very awful one in the Second War, where a lot of people they don't sleep. It was a study purpose and was like a mess over there. So it was super interesting, of course, with all the respect, but it at the end of the day, the results were awful, awful.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Marco, thank you for time today. Very very interesting stuff. I've seen the wearables become normal. My girlfriend's family is definitely obsessed with especially my mother-in-law's obsessed with several of them. And I never thought of okay, so how does this get digested into the system? So fantastic that you've built a single point of to bring all the data in, and then not only that, but give us insights beyond just the data that's coming in. Uh, when this goes live, I'll tag you on LinkedIn. I'll tag the company on LinkedIn, so you'll be so easy to find you.
Cool.
For any health insurance companies that or any life insurance companies that want to have the conversation, what's the best way to connect and learn more?
Definitely. Thank you very much for that. Our webpage it's open. It's tryrook.io. Um, of course, on LinkedIn, in Rook, you can always find us as a Rook, ROOK. You can send me a message to me, to my co-founders, Jonas, Daniel, all of them. We have the inbox is open, so it will be great to have a very good conversation. Right now we have a very good conversations with a lot of insurance companies that are trying to pull this data, but not only that, we are creating with some of them this health score that can help to go to the next level of prevention.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Tony. It was a pleasure.